Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I've been sitting here daydreaming. You know, the best parts of life are when you daydream. That's what they tell you because you're hoping and wishing for a better outcome. Better outcome because when you actually do get the things you want in life, what's next? It's one of those things I learned through being in corporate America, finding out how you can get promoted. You get RSUs, you get PSUs, you let the bankroll roll in. Then you ask yourself, once you're at that top of the mountain, you say, okay, what's next? Am I ever going to become the regional? Am I ever going to become, this insider, C-suite, CEO, CFO, you name it. You might be working on I don't know, guys. You guys are on a construction site somewhere. And you guys started out just being a laborer. Then it became being a craftsman, a carpenter. Next thing you know, you're the superintendent. You're the dude delivering the checks. You're the foreman. Then are you ever going to become the owner? You ask yourself, where does it stop? Like, have I hit the mountaintop just yet? And whenever you hit the mountaintop, you're looking for another one. I want to graduate high school. I want a driver's license. I want to date that girl. Oh, wait, I did all of that. I want to go to college. I want to get a career. I want to marry that woman. I want to have a child. Oh, wait, I did all of that. You're looking for the next peak. And when you get there, then it's grandchildren, it's retirement, and then it's death. So I ask you, how close are we? How close are we to something that I had to read in the chat, in the comments of every video? Marantz, I'm not here for a forever investment. I'm here for a 5-year squeeze. I'm here for a 2-year squeeze. I wanted to get my money and run. And then what? Well, you think it ends there? I don't think people understand wealth. I don't think they understand the mentality. The time horizon is forever because, like most people, well, I'll just speak for myself. I don't live for me. I'll go hungry before my kids do. I always think about this. I think about, like, if I was in this forever cold room, it's like a box. It's an ice box. I'm in a freezer. And it's me and my family. How am I going to keep them warm? I'm going to give them the shirt off my own back. See, I'm living for someone else. When shots get fired, guys, when the bullets ring, are you running or are you going to cover up on your loved ones and protect them? That's all I'm asking. Guys, if you live for yourself, well, then you're that guy. You're Be More, Better Invest. Hey, Be More, you know what? I got something for you. I know I called out Tetron for his bullshit because, yes, a lot of these guys who do this bullshit don't have children, don't have the responsibilities. They don't see it. They live for the now, for the, what can I accumulate today versus the long game. Ryan Cohen just told you guys. Okay, hi guys, welcome back. This is about GameStop, the investment, and the mentality it takes to be at the top of the mountain, looking for other mountain peaks. Ryan Cohen told you we had to get rid of all these executives who were trying to do stuff for the short term. And you know why? It's like a presidency, right? Like where they're running and they're like, you know what? I got to worry about my next election cycle. That's the whole thing. You win an election and it's not, I'm trying to become the best president for America. Nope. You're trying to do what's going to get you voted in again for a second term. What's no different in corporate America? People get the job and they want to make money now for the current investors and for themselves. What can I do to keep this share price even higher? Can I change the hours of operation? Can I bring them in a little earlier? Can I keep them a little longer? Can we just hit more money to the bottom line? Do the hard right instead of the easy wrong. Do that, but you know what? That's what GameStop has done. You know, there was just a tweet out right now by Larry Chang, and he said, well, let me go ahead and show it to you. I don't want to paraphrase it incorrectly. This is how I'm not even prepared for the show because I didn't pull it up. I haven't even pulled it up yet. But I know it came through because I'm in a beautiful Discord, by the way, with all of you guys. Don't worry about GameStop price point. You guys got to get your mentality right. So, yeah, Gavin Newsom, what a joke, huh? Don't even get me started on California. I'll talk about it in a minute. You guys can't confuse me. Hey, world, you can't blind me. You can't confuse me. I don't give a shit about Trump and Elon. That's not in the stories anymore. LA riots? Nope, don't really care about that. Inflation coming back? Now, you're not going to get me. Supply chain shortage issues on groceries, never going to happen to me. You know why nothing gets to me? Because I'm focused on what GameStop is. And here's Larry Chang's tweet. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, it wasn't Larry. Oh, my God, I know where I saw it. I didn't see it on Larry Chang. I saw it on my boy. Here, I saw it on my boy. My bad. You know, I got these guys who send me stuff. Here we go. This is Larry Chang. I'm so sorry. This was July 1st of 2022. Apologize, guys. Apologize. This was 3 years ago. Look at what he says. Potential bad news early and actual good news is on time. And what does it stand from? It says, because the trust is eroding communication between managers and their investors. Potential good news early, they love it, right? Actual bad news, they want it late. They get it late. Uncommon trust, enhancing communication between managers and their investors. Guys, guess what? You just got the best info of your life. I gave it to you. I know, there's no analyst covering GameStop. I get it. And I'm going to be the only analyst that ever covers it for the rest of the time because everyone's against GameStop. You're getting the information early, babe. You got it 2 years ago when I said, hey, they're changing it around. They're turning it around. Here's the pivot. Guess what? Turnaround is complete. Oh, it's not the end all and be all. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep looking for new mountain peaks, you know? It's going to happen. But the turnaround's complete. GameStop's coming in at $100 million profit. $100 million profit for quarter one. Quarter two, I have them at around $75 million. Quarter three, we can go flat. Quarter four, another 100, 130, 140. It wouldn't matter. $300 million plus for the year and counting. And what does that do for your investment, guys? Well, if you go 10x, that's $3 billion. Let's trade at 100x, that's $300 billion. Am I right on that? No, I meant 30 billion. I apologize, guys. I had another zero. I'm a little bit excited. $30 billion. A $30 billion market cap is what I'm looking for on 100x on that. But you guys wouldn't understand how overvalued, or you guys would, how overvalued other investments are to give value to your own. Like, because that's how you get value. You know, okay, well, what are they worth? What are they worth? Now, what am I worth? How does Palantir trade at 500, 600 PE ratios versus what GameStop's trading at? About 100. We can bring it on down. Costco gets to trade at 80. Walmart and Amazon gets trade pretty high. What does Tesla trade at? 120, 140? Why doesn't GameStop? Don't worry. I have some theories. We're going to play them out. Now, what I want to tell you is this, guys. People out here pissed off about not getting their value within 5 years or whatever they're talking about. They're like, get the hell gone, bro. Get out of here. Skedaddle. I'm telling you. I want to die with my shares, and I know people don't believe me. They're like, no, there's no way, Marantz. We need that money. We need that. You don't need it yet. Well, maybe you do. Hey, you know what, guys? Hold on. Hey, the stock gets to $40, guys. We'll see you around. How did I get here? How did I start talking about this? Because of Be More, right? Okay, watch this. So, you guys know I called out Tetron for doing bullshit. And Be More comes in. And now guys, oh, God, hold on. I forget. You guys don't live in my world. My bad. Be More, Better Invest is a no-name YouTuber with like 3 followers. I get it. Maybe 7. I don't know. Whoever's watching, I don't care. All it takes is 1. And that's the problem I had. She said, and I quote, Marantz, it doesn't matter who plays options and who's gambling. It doesn't matter because we're not going to make a difference in the stock price. We're not going to make a difference in the movement of the stock. No, that mentality's not going to make a difference. That's the difference. Your mentality's not going to make a difference. You guys can make a world of a change for yourself. Her phrasing and her reasons behind it was to say that I have a different risk tolerance than most people because of my income. She said, well, Marantz's income, he can afford a house, he can afford cars, he can do this, he can do that. No. I make a difference because of my choices. My choices in life. Trust me, Be More. I could be like anyone else. You can run amok at 20, you can run amok at 30 and 40 and 50. Doesn't matter. The amount of money you make, you can go ahead and just let it rip. Throw it to the streets. Throw it right there on the tab on the bar. Throw it on the poker table. You can do a lot of things. I don't care how much you have or don't have. I know dudes that walk around with wads full of cash because they save it and they don't make much. You want to talk about excess? You got a computer. You got $1,000 cell phone. You have an internet connection. You have everything. You think that you're broke? You think you don't have excess? You're living in abundance, kid. So respect that part of it. I'm forever grateful. Forever grateful. But you guys would be so confused about how I live. I got maybe $20 in my bank account. I am not joking. $20. I have learned to ride every dollar to the edge. That's being diamond-handed. I wasn't always this way. Like 4 years ago, guys, when I started buying GameStop shares, I wasn't like, I'm going to find a way to get more. Nah, I was like, you know what? I have more. I have this stimulus package. I have all this money coming in. I'm just going to go and buy some shit. Then you educate yourself. Then you really believe. And then you start living a different life. Some of you guys understand. And I know there are some people out here that are going to sell at 40, sell at 50, sell at 60, and I'm happy for you. I'm not against you. If you were to sell your shares, I have nothing to say. I am so proud of everyone for the long road that they've taken to get here. Don't care. That's your money. That's not mine. I don't care to that point if you were to sell. But when you start gambling your life away, then you understand why I feel the way I do. This is why I don't even watch sports or sports betting. I don't do any of it. No, I don't have a vice. I don't have a fight in it, guys. I'm just extremely disciplined in investing in the things that I agree with. That's it. And if there was some moral, ethical background thing that, something that was a divide, I wouldn't. I wouldn't invest. I wouldn't support. I'd be against it. I'm that way. I'm very clean cut. I only shop at certain stores for certain things, and I won't for various reasons. Why are we talking about it? Because you have this responsibility to talk about it. Like respectfully to everybody. That's just it. Guys, I'm prepping you for the greatest thing that's ever about to happen. GameStop tomorrow earnings. Tomorrow is GameStop's earnings report, and there is no one on God's green earth who got this right but us. I have something for these new grifters that just showed up on the scene, and I know people were watching this Elliott Waves guy who's just brand new, doesn't even put his face on the screen. I hate that shit, by the way. For all these guys claiming TA, they don't understand what it really is, what TA really is. They think it's movements within the stock, and I'm going to show you guys the chart really quick. And I'm going to, I took away all of the TA on the screen. And TA stands for technical analysis. Technical analysis of these charts. There's math involved, but unfortunately, a lot of these guys who do the math forget that these tickers are not the company. These candles of red and green up and down, this is not the company. Nor is this convertible notes, offering of shares. This has nothing to do with that. You couldn't tell me, if I looked at this chart right here, you couldn't tell me GameStop has a share buyback program. GameStop did a 4-to-1 split. GameStop did convertible notes worth of $1.5 billion. GameStop has $6.3 billion of cash, marketable securities, and Bitcoin. You couldn't tell me that on this chart. You couldn't tell me that they have a board of directors where they don't pay a CFO in that title and position in shares. They don't pay a CEO any cash at all. This chart tells you nothing. But yet people want to tell you how this moves. And you can't tell me how this moves if you don't understand what's behind those candles. I can't stand it, man. We're sitting here and we're talking about a stock where they're like, the price is coming down to 20. The price is going down to 16. Or we're going to go up to 40. We're going to do it. Like, they're not understanding the damn company. And yeah, it's a disconnect because the gamblers, okay, these itchy finger kids, these guys who are scratching their palms, I'm feeling lucky, they're buying candle movement and they're not understanding the investment. They get, I don't want to curse. Don't tell me movements of this stock in this company if you don't know this stock in this company. And for the people that claim, this is the investment I know the most, because you watch and you get all the info and you want to make bets, I'm going to tell you guys something. This stock should run to the moon. It should be worth $500, $600 a share. Easy. Supply, demand, all of it. Never. I pray it never gets there anytime soon. I pray that you guys listen to what Ryan Cohen's telling you, that stock runs up to $50. Ryan pulls out the coffers and he goes, here you go, bastards. Here's 50 million more shares. Come get them. And they buy it. Boom. Next thing you know, that's $2.5 billion to the bottom line. There's another little nugget. And we're going to do that 10 more times. Now we're sitting on 25 billion cash. And you're looking at each other going like this. Holy hell, we've got a $35 billion cash company. Leverage 10 to 1 on book. What would that be? $300 to $400 billion company. What would that be for your share price? I'll let you do the math. But that's what I want. And it's going to take you time. It's going to take you moments. And you're eventually going to get there. But I'm just letting you know that there might be a certain security out there by the name of MicroStrategies. MicroStrategies is going to come out and MicroStrategies is going to show you that they made profits like you couldn't believe because they have Bitcoin. At least 60 companies in the last quarter have adopted the idea of buying Bitcoin as backing their assets with it. Well, I'm backing my assets. I'm backing my assets known as my home, my cars, my life, and I'm going to back it with GameStop. I'm invested with GameStop, and I'm backing everything I own with the GameStop share. That's what I'm doing personally. I'm going to tell you something, man. A lot of you guys want to go to work and quit. A lot of you. And it's like one of the dumbest things I've heard in my life. And I'll tell you why. You want to work. Not that you want to stay active or that, I got to stay busy. I need adult conversation. I can't be at home staring at the walls. You probably won't do that either. But keep stacking. Keep stacking, and maybe this gives you a little bit more freedom. Maybe a little bit more to do the things you guys want to do. But don't run away from the duties. Don't run away from the responsibilities. Don't do it. Stick with it. Keep dragging it out. Let me show you guys something about this chart that no one's willing to show you. Because they all want to do TA for a hot second. So this is the quarter report. This is the quarter report on GameStop, which is going to have a great quarter coming up. We're going to retest what we call this cup and handle. Now, for you guys that don't see it, I'll draw it out for you. This is your cup. It's going to reach up here. Okay? So that's going to be your cup. You're going to get this extended candle up here. Now, this cup, dependent on what Ryan does on this next run-up, is then going to go sideways. Okay? So we're going to actually go sideways up here at this level. The reason you're going to go sideways is because I anticipate GameStop doing another offering. up here at the top of this cup. It'll go sideways. You get more investors. It's what we call the onion, right? The layered growth. So you're just going to keep condensing and consolidating at these new highs. We did it here in the 20s. We'll do it again in the 30s and 40s. Not a problem. Not a problem for us. Understands how GameStop protected themselves, not only with the shares that they have available to them to go ahead and put out into the coffers. They actually did it with convertible notes. So that means everybody's buying in at 0% interest, which is phenomenal. I just can't even tell you how great it is. Now you retest this 120. About a year from now, you retest the 120. And people are going to be like, how can you say a year from now? Because stocks and companies announce their earnings 1 quarter at a time. It's literally the Fast and the Furious. 1 quarter at a time, and you just keep going up. But what we have here is we have a MACD, and Tito's just so excited, barking at something, bro. And I'm home alone. So what the hell could Tito be barking at? You know what, bros? I don't play this shit. After watching those two YouTubers shoot each other on Las Vegas Strip, I don't play this shit at all, bros. Tito, you better stop barking, bro. And if you guys are breaking into my house or coming over to come see me, and you know who I'm talking to, you guys better bring a steak. Feed him. Feed Tito. I'll be right back, kids, because I got to go clear the house. It's just what I do. Okay. I was thinking about you, Be More, all weekend because I was watching your show, and I'll get back to the TA in a minute because my mind just hit me about something. You know, she said, Marantz, who cares if one person or two writes some contracts? You shouldn't get like that. You know, they all going to do what they going to do. Have you ever heard her talk? I mean, I try not to. Listen, Be More. I've always supported you. But when you start talking this way, as in it doesn't make a difference, I want you to imagine something, okay? Imagine if I had that mentality. Imagine if I had the mentality that I can't make a difference and that it's only 1 or 2 people watching. What would it matter? I would have quit YouTube 4 years ago. I would have never done connect the dots, and you would have never been an informed investor. I would have never been on this path that I'm on today. Never, if I had your mentality. But I have a winner's mentality. I do. 1 person shows up, great. 2 people, great. Who cares? Keep going. 1 analyst wants to cover the stock and give it a poor rating. Who cares? Keep going. Derek's here. What's up, bro? Appreciate you. That's family right there. I didn't know you were a Brock Bowers fan, Derek. I just read that comment on the box. Yeah, you know, I only tell you this, guys, because when everyone's against you or when no one's with you, you're not alone. You're not. You have God speaking through you, for you, and you know what? Maybe that's what you needed in that moment, just to get you by in life. I'm telling you. But you're not alone. And you can make a difference. You know, I have this firm belief that Roy and Keith Gill, wasn't as influential on GameStop as they made him out to be. This is a whole theory, working theory. I think, and this is why he said what he said in his interview, was like, I didn't make the markets move. I'm not the reason billions of dollars went in and out of this stock. Nope. It's just a trigger between private equity and information to put it out in front of you and have someone to blame. Well, now we have our guy to blame for all this. And was it really him? I don't think so. I've seen how markets move. I've seen why they move. And the minute he gets in front of you, it's like, hey, you know, I don't anticipate Roy and Kitty coming out and doing anything with the stock and doing videos and stuff. He doesn't have to. He's a billionaire, and his wife, hopefully she's telling him, you know what? Chill, babe. Look at the way they wanted to manipulate this stock while you were live doing a live stream. Make it look like it's someone to blame. At some point, you guys got to see it for what it really is. I've seen everything from a different viewpoint than others because I look for it that way. And in doing that, you uncover a lot. That's it. I give you one. The Pussycat Dolls. You guys like the Pussycat Dolls? I like saying the name. Growing up, PCD, they were my group. Nicole Schillinger, whatever her last name is, I don't know. Nicole is the hottest woman in the world. To me. It's my flavor right there. Dark-haired, gorgeous, dancing like a fiend. I was like, growing up, I was like, oh my God. You want me to loosen up my buttons? Oh, shit. She just won a Tony Award. Won a Tony Award. They can sell you anything in front of you and make you feel like it's the greatest thing on the planet. And I tell you that because I've been watching how things broke down between all of social media, all of like the people in front of you, everything in front of you, right? Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, all of it. You ask yourself, like, who actually owns the music? Who owns the masters? Who owns all that? You got to do all the homework, okay, guys? But I just go in my brain like that, where no one knows where I'm at half the time. They're like, what is Marantz talking about today? I'm just telling you, the news is hard to believe. Riots? You want to check out riots? LA riots. Pallets of bricks dropped off again everywhere. Numerous rioters, masked, not showing their face. And I've never seen so much spray paint in my life. They all of a sudden have all the spray paint to tag everything. Like, I don't even believe it. Like, if you shut down a freeway in LA, every street would be choked off. But they just do it like it's okay. It's like, no problem, we can do that. And what are they stealing? Clothes? You can't eat clothes, guys. You can't eat them. So, even Ruben says, yes, that girl is hot. Yes. Stay laser focused. That's my point. They're trying to distract you with this crap. You can't do it with me. I had some headlines to go over with you guys before I get into the TA. I was in the TA right now. We'll go back to TA. Hell with it. Let's go. All right, check this out, guys. I think GameStop's going to go ahead and offer some shares here and get it to go sideways at these upper echelon levels, like these way up here in this tranche. You got that 50-plus tranche all the way to 120. Last time GameStop offered shares before these previous offerings of this past year, they offered shares at around would be the equivalent of $50 a share. So go back up. They had offered 5 million shares at $50 a share. And we all know that was in 2021, if you're not mistaken, if you don't remember. But they offered shares and people bought them. They were like, at the time, because of the 4-to-1 split, they were $210, $215 a share. Now GameStop offers shares at $28 a piece. GameStop offers convertible notes. They're $29 a piece. Like, there's a lot going on at that upper level, the $30 level, right? Now as we run up, we can run up here to 60, go test it, and you're good. But here's the problem. You have this top side of a Dorito, okay, pushing down. Now, you can use the top wick, which is fine. But this downward pressure actually is what's forming this bullish pennant. This bullish pennant is on the quarter chart. Not the hourly, not the daily, not short-term movements. Everyone's looking at long-term TA. This is long-term TA, not short. So what does that mean about your investment? Maybe I need to be invested long, and then you'll know. So we're looking at around right there. It's about right there. Boom. Look at perfect lines. So this is what you're looking at from your company. You're looking at a quarter that can go up and touch the top right up here to this line, which would give you at around within the next order, about $50. $50 to 49-ish. Huge resistance right there at that line. So as we touch the top, we go sideways. This is where GameStop should do an offering anywhere over 38 to 40. Offer some shares to the public. And when I say the public, it's not you and I. It's Wall Street. They go ahead and grab it. Now you're insulated at 40. 20 is the new 40. 30 is the new 40. I'm feeling like Sex in the City. And just like that. And if you guys don't know that reference, you guys don't watch enough Sex in the City. Oh, my God. Go watch HBO Max, whatever it's called. Goodness. And just like that. God, how did I do that, bro? And just like that. Boom. So the stock will be up here at around $40 for this whole time frame. but you're going to have an elevated float. You're going to have some real thickness up there. So you're going to be looking at $20 billion market cap, $20 to $25 billion worth of market cap. GameStop's making money. They're going to look great. You're going to find value. And now you're going to go retest this 120 area here. So that's going to be the official breakout from here and retest and find new movement here, because your previous resistance, okay, is your support. So for GameStop, previous resistance being that 480 range, which we know that happened. This purple line up here at the top, the roof. I'll even change the colors of it. We'll go ahead and make it light red, and we'll make it a little thicker. Boom. That's your resistance right there. That will be your new support. Everyone who bought in at that level, that were holding bags from way back when, hopefully they averaged down this whole time and got sideways and then went back up like we all have, because now we're averaging up. At $29, I average up $5 a share. And without a doubt, I average up massive. So as you go through, you see this, but I want you guys to think about it like this. I want you guys to come here and make one down here, okay? And when we make one down here, that bottom line is your support. This is how you know the math is working. The math is mathing. We're playing in this world here, and that's your support. But if you understand that was your previous resistance. So for years, the stock was breaking out, touch, double top, come down, cup, handle. The company didn't do what they were going to do. The company had a cup and handle. This is quarterly reports here. And did they thrive during that time frame? No. Instead, private equity came in and gutted. Now, the shorts all the way in, yes. Roy and Kitty figured out what a lot of people figured out. Undervalued, let's go get it. Wall Street battled Wall Street. And they took it all the way to the top. And this is Ryan Cohen's defense. Ryan Cohen found an activist investment that he could make a material impact on and took it to the moon. Now that we're in here, we test, we touch, cup. We're going to break out and touch it, go sideways. Guess what happens? We have the ability to get past our previous resistance and take it to the top and make this new red line our support. I've seen this played out so many other stocks. I study charts every damn night and day. I've never seen it as great and as thick as GameStop is. That's the quarterly. Now let's talk about short term, since everybody wants to be invested short term. Instead of looking at the quarterlies, let's look at the weekly. This is your weekly chart for GameStop. And, you know, people like to pay attention to this bullish pennant right here. They like to pay attention to this side. And let me turn that. So from the top here at 64, touch to 34, which is fine. Down here at 995, support from 20 all the way through. So this is your bullish pennant for the short term. Short term being weekly charts, still not short enough for day traders to understand, but you have a crossover here from the 50 to the 20 moving average, or 200, I apologize. And so the last time that happened, like I showed you guys, was here. And when they did cross, because they got very close, got very close, when they finally crossed, it was a takeoff. Well, guys, they're very close. And now you're going to see this takeoff. And this very close action, the reason why it's not as dramatic as this one here, you see this spread apart and close back up? The reason why it's not as spread apart, because Ryan Cohen, the great defensive mind, went ahead and diluted the float. And when he diluted the float at these levels, at this level of 20 and 30, it picks up your 50-day moving average, and it picks it up like with a belt on. It's like, hey, you know what? I know you were sagging your pants, but let's go ahead and pick you up and tighten up right here. So we picked you up, and now we tightened up at 25. We're up at 25 because the moving average itself every day, right, is always over 28. Why? Because 150 million shares that we just sold, 140 million shares, literally we're at 28. So we tied our belts on a little higher. That brings everybody's gig line up. And as you guys see it, that's what GameStop's doing. They're rising. Now, the 200-day moving average guys, the guys who've been in it forever, they're going to come down. So this is going to meet, and we're going to break past. That's why on the short term, right now with earnings, we should go ahead and break out this week coming up. And when you break out, that's the start of a run. And this run is going to get halted. It's going to get stumped back down by Wall Street narrative of GameStop's only profitable because of Bitcoin. GameStop doesn't make a profit operationally. You're going to see Wedbush. This is a $10 stock. This is a $15 stock. None of the above. Because GameStop doesn't need to worry about analyst projections. GameStop needs to worry about the bottom line. How much cash can I add to the coffers? If you take it up here, you're now playing their game. You're in the 60 to 50 range. It's right here, 60 to 48. You're going to go ahead and test it and touch. This was our previous resistance, this candle here. So if we take away the Roaring Kitty days, we come here and we stretch out this way. Okay? Now look at what you're at. Now you have this other candle where you're going to break out and touch here at 49, 48. It's the same thing. Doesn't change. The only difference is we're a lot thicker at 30 than we were at 10. Remember we were thick down here at 10? We got thick again in the teens because we offered shares here, 20 to 30. We're thick right now. We're consolidated. It got tight. Remember, open up tall, come back down, you consolidate, you get tight. If you guys have never seen this type of movement before, you go up, down, up, down, up, down, boom, breakout. That's what you're looking at. How do we know? We've looked at other companies. I always give you the Costco example because that's how I read the chart and I actually bought into it. So right here, and look at how the scale is on this, okay? And wow, man, these lines are perfect. Look at this. You can still see it almost as high. Yeah, it's still going to break out. We're fine. But look at this one right here. This is the same action right here that Costco did. They went ahead and broke out high, came down. Oh, I got to do the other way. My drawing. There we go. Broke out high, came down, up, down, consolidated. Once it got to the end of the Dorito, which we knew was going to break out, gone. See ya. And we find a new home somewhere else. Now, if I shrink these candles and I take them off the weekly and put them to the daily, if I go to the daily, you would see a lot more bullish pennant Dorito type looking things where it finds you support. You break out, you come in, you consolidate, you break out, little consolidation, break out, maybe a consolidation on the 4 hour, break out, a lot more choppiness. Same action, different day. So, has the float changed over here materially? Nope. Has the news changed? Yes. Okay, I'll have to take that to you, honey. My wife just texted me. I got to take her something. I'll take it to her later. She's not in any rush. It's her work. Anyway, that's what's been happening to the company. That's what's going to happen. I don't know why people like to talk Elliott wave bullshit. It's got nothing to do with Elliott waves. Like, I don't even understand if these guys understand these charts and why it works out this way. You know, you have this downward pressure from the longs. And as we keep buying up the bottom, you eventually bypass it and you clip it. And once you capitulate and you go towards the top side, there's nothing they can do. It's a runaway train because everyone's trying to catch up and has nothing to do with stock. Hello, this is the part where everybody, well, see Marantz options. I know it's options. Like, I get it. I'm just telling you not to play it. Why? Because let them play it. Let them gamble on it. You don't have to gamble on something. It's going up. You guys really think GameStop's only worth $29.64? There's absolutely no way on God's green earth. You know how I know? Bitcoin's at 108. Bitcoin is at 108. Do you see what I did? Head, shoulders, elbow, knees, and toes. This is GameStop. This is what GameStop bought into. This is what GameStop owns. And you mean to tell me that GameStop bought in 4,700 tokens? But when did they buy them? They announced, I want you to look at this, okay? This white line right here, this is when GameStop announced, okay? Over here. GameStop announced that they were going to buy Bitcoin, raise money for Bitcoin. This was the timeline right here. Right around here. So the price was down all the way down to here. They announced they were going to raise money and buy Bitcoin down here. Miraculously, they raised the money and they bought the Bitcoin, and the cutoff is right here. So whether they bought up here or over here, doesn't matter where they bought. They could have been anywhere in between here and here. They could have bought the Bitcoin. Down here, if they bought it down here in the 80s and the 70s and 80s, the value's $10,000. That's $50 million. $50 million. I ballpark it. It's 47, but I'll take it up to $50 million. That's $50 million of profit. Oh, hey, we're here. Guess what we have from this point up to here? We have $70 million that we get to announce in quarter two. That's the difference. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what happens. Do you want to have a correction on Bitcoin? You want to have a correction on crypto? Somebody goes belly up. I heard Nobody Special Finance say today he's waiting for somebody to announce that they're fraudulent or whatever it may be, and they're going to go upside down. So? Wouldn't matter. There's not enough to make an impact. GameStop has enough cash to cover, to buy more. That's my point. Take it back down to 70. I'll buy more. Matter of fact, I have $1 billion earmarked to do it. But other things hold up Bitcoin. The other things that hold up Bitcoin that didn't happen before. See, this is what people are scared of. They're scared of 2021 dipping all the way down to 2022 and then the climb back up. This is a cup handle breakout. Oh, really? Ryan Cohen says YOLO. Guess what happened? You had a bullish pennant on this action and a breakout. The continued breakout will happen here. And you know what happens is people find out how GameStop's going to... I had this article come out. This article came out. I'll show it to you. And I just want to say thank you to the guy who wrote the article because it's like he watches the show. All right? This is the article. GameStop's earnings could surprise the market. GME looks undervalued. Shocker, Mark. Where was this article 4 days before? When I made the video with all the info that you put out? Shocker, Mark. Tell me if you guys saw the video. Because this guy explains the math just the same way, but it's right here. Based on the FASB rule, ASU 2308, that went into effect starting 2025, it went into effect December 2024, not 2025, but you're fine. Companies now report unrealized gains and losses in the income during each reporting period. As a result, let's estimate how that might affect GameStop's quarter one earnings. For example, if its average cost was $85,000 and the ending price was $83,000, then they would have a loss of $4.8 million. Not worried about it. Based on the 447 shares outstanding, the actual effect, the material effect, would be 1 cent per share. Yeah, I don't care. But he went on to say how they would actually beat it. And now they'd come up 75 million. I have them pegged for 100 million. Because I put 85 million, not 75, I put 85 million, and they would kill it. They have you at around 17 cents a share. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. But I think they came in at 100 million. And what he's doing is he starts doing a multiple. He starts saying, well, if that's the case, they're going to come in annually at 63 cents a share, which I've been saying. And that's going to put them at right here. You're going to see the rise of Bitcoin and keep going, and GameStop's going to be trading at a PE ratio of 29.6 at the current price. So are they undervalued? You better believe it. You're looking for PE ratios for something like GameStop 45 to 80. So they better be trading for $45 a share to 80. Go ask somebody. They'll tell you. They'll tell you. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you over here on Bar Chart. I appreciate you, bro. You finally got it right. Other headlines that came out, Michaels, a.k.a. Apollo, they acquired Joann's IP and fan favorite labels. All you people crying and bitching and moaning about, what is private equity doing to companies? And this Joann's is profitable, all their story. You don't understand. You guys see the littlest part of it all. The category killers. They went in, they set up everybody, and they killed the company. That's what they did. You know who's really secretly killing the companies, guys? Oh, by the way, happy birthday to United States Army this weekend. The United States Army will be 250 years old. And I'm just so happy for them. Older than the United States itself. The United States Army has been around for a very long time. And they've been doing great things. And I'm happy to be a part of it. So there you go. Trump has a travel ban that went into effect last night. The travel ban is for 12 countries. Afghanistan, Myanmar, I don't even know what the hell that is. Chad, Republic of Congo, the place of Guinea, whatever. Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. It also put partial bans and visa restrictions on things like Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkey, Turkmenistan. Isn't it Turkmenistan, whatever the hell that is? Isn't that where Kai's Malaysia is from? And Venezuela. Basically, bros, some hardcore places we don't need to be a part of. Thank you for protecting the country, Mr. Trump. Appreciate you. Now, the real elephant in the room. The real scary monster. The stuff you guys need to pay attention to. Oh, my bad, bro. It's all the same to me. Sorry. My bad. What I have realized when GameStop is over $30, it gets really violent, like it wants to run. Yeah, somebody tried to say GameStop's not getting an S&P because they're volatile. GameStop's not volatile. Oh my goodness, 50 free memberships for the... I didn't even see that. Congratulations to my people who got the 50 free memberships. Freddie Bauer. Holy hell, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Damn. You guys coming through it with big love. Freddie, man. Hey, Freddie, I hope you're up millions, bro. I hope you're up millions. So I absolutely know that you guys are up millions. Several of you. And you will be. There's a new analyst you should see now. And an average of 4 cents, unless I'm mistaken. So it's like Packer revised to 0, and the new guy's calling 8 cents. Let me know if I'm wrong. No, it's not an analyst. It's Wall Street. It says, here, Wall Street thought they were going to come in here. Like they just pick a number. And I've always said, well, who the hell's Wall Street? If are they analyzing? Because they're guessing. And the guess is 4 cents right now. 8 cents would be massive. That means they're going to have to put in some Bitcoin on the books on there to get where they want to be. All right, check this out, though, guys. I swear to you, I love this. Do you guys even pay attention? Do you guys pay attention? Do you see this website right here? I've been tracking this website for the last, 2 years, every day, whatever. Last year, they started selling PSA graded cards, right? So the tab's awesome. You go to the tab, PSA graded. You guys realize how much inventory is on this damn website right now? Now, GameStop is doing something that I'm proud to say I'm a part of. Because you guys know that I've gone to card shows. I've gone in person. And, my wife. Babe, come on. You're obviously not watching the show. Here you go. Hold on, guys. I'm on the show live. I got your message. I'll take it to you when I'm done.
Oh.
I thought you'd be watching, but it's cool.
No, I can't watch when I'm working.
All right. Have a great day, honey. I love you.
I love you.
Do you need it right now?
Kind of. Sooner than later. My computer's about to die.
My God. You can't work without that one?
Without my computer?
Yeah, you can. There's not like a computer on site that you can do?
No, that's the computer.
Okay. Well, let me get you. Where's the charger?
It should be right on the, I had it plugged in at home, so it should be right on the table and behind the couch.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to do a drive-by. Man. No, I got to go to work, too. Yeah.
It's only 10.
It doesn't matter. Nobody has to know my timeline. I'm just saying. I love you. I'll get to you. Let me finish up my show. I guess I'll be done. Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.
You see, guys, my YouTube show is so real that I live it in front of you My wife needs her charger for work. And I just like threw off my whole day. And now it's going to throw off her. Yeah. You guys have no idea. This is life. Yeah, I'm just so frustrated right now. Because if people were, what was I going to say? Yeah, I know fam first. That's not that though, bro. Because if people were like, see, I'm sorry. I'm so dialed in with my life right now because I'm preparing myself for what's coming tomorrow. I no dates, no price targets, right? No, bullshit. There's a date and there's a price target. Tomorrow, and the price target is infinity. Just watch. Okay, so watch this. I'm so dialed in that I don't work until like 2. I am already ready. My clothes are ready. My shit's ready. Shoes out. Socks ready. Everything's ready. The day before. Like, I'm crazy, guys. I'm dialed in, people. Somebody's not. I can't be the only one. Then I lose my time. Dialed in, I tell you. Look at GameStop. Look at this website. 6,255 cards. Ugh! If you guys only knew what that means. Can I explain to you what 6,000 cards means? I was here last year when GameStop only had 1,400. They only had 24 Pokemon cards, bros. But now people are trading in their cards for value with GameStop. GameStop doesn't have a supply chain shortage issue. Do you know what happens? They're getting the supply from you. And they get to sit on it. And it accumulates and appreciates in price. It's not about churning. They could sit on those cards forever. They don't depreciate. That's 1. 2, they don't take up space. Hardly any space. I could put 6,000 cards in this room right now. GameStop's different, bros. Because it's taking away the whole market share from eBay. Those cards that would have been sold to eBay or people trying to sell them themselves are now coming to GameStop. Slowly but surely, what gets highly adopted and talked about. I talked to someone yesterday or 3 days ago. The first thing they did was tell me, this is our first time. We're going to go get our cards graded at GameStop. Do it. Do it. Take them. Go get them graded. It's an amazing experience. Go do it yourself. But we're taking the whole company. It's an amazing to see we get more viewers now than so many for the long forgotten GME grifters. Oh yeah. I don't worry about the grifters, bro. I don't worry about these people. Speaking of cards, yesterday I put an Umbreon hit video for my son to watch and went to take a shower. Kid came screaming in the bathroom. Marantz got Umbreon. Yeah. I hit Umbreon, bro. I hit Umbreon. Yeah, your kid's going to love that. Anthony, is this what this is? I'm babysitting kids now, bro. With my videos, I'm babysitting kids. Double check her tomorrow. All girls would have dead batteries and no gas in the car if it wasn't for men. I don't want to say all. But certainly my wife. I'm getting popcorn and beer for tomorrow's show. Spotlight is on trading cards. Even tomorrow, Brandy is trying to get a piece of the pie with the card store. Tom Brady, you mean? Not Tom. Brandy? I was like, Brady. Yeah. Brady. Did I say Brandy? I don't know. Not car girls. Some of us change our own tires. Damn, Sharon. Okay, listen, guys. Tomorrow is trash day. I got to take the trash cans out. I'm so dialed in, I'm taking them out today. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Now, if you guys figured this shit out, you guys better be 5 days ahead on everything in front of you because the next 3 days are about to change your life. Tomorrow's the day, babe. Tomorrow's the day, and I'm going to say it till I'm dead in the face. Tomorrow is the day. GameStop's coming in at $100 million profit. Ryan Cohen, you are a prophet. The rest of you, well, guys, you're fucking amazing. I said I wasn't going to cuss, but I couldn't do it any longer. You guys got to know what the hell you have, what you're going to do with it when it's all said and done. I've got this thing inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. No, watch this. I've got this feeling. That's what he says. Yeah, you're like, yeah, I got it. I got a song I'm going to play for you guys. I was going to say it for earnings, but I'm so excited about earnings right now that, and I want to just tell you the song because it's our boy Trove. I had a concept. I took it to Trove, and Trove spit it back out and made it amazing. Remember what's about to happen. It's here, boys. Let's get it.
I will speak briefly. My father always told me, talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. My responsibility is making sure GameStop is run by managers who treat company money like their own. In corporate America, the people in charge, the professional directors and management teams are not aligned with shareholders. They're always the recipient of stock grants. How would they rarely purchase company shares with their own savings? There's a big difference between risk-free compensation for showing up and putting a meaningful amount of your own money at risk. As a result, money is wasted, work is delegated, and a lot of time is spent managing short-term expectations and pandering to Wall Street. I like people who roll up their sleeves and do real work, people guided by principles, not robots who seek to rest. Invest. In corporate America, there's no shortage of overpaid executives, bad capital allocation, chronic waste, and serial delegators. As much as this behavior is both predictable and reprehensible, it is precisely what creates opportunities.
They rest, we invest, they burn, we build, they're paid to show, but we bleed for real. No grants, no perks, just sweat and steel. We hold the line, they sign the deal.
Thank you for being a shareholder.